Barbara, can you please tell me about your experiences and who you are? Can you please tell me about your experiences at Cielo Drive?
Okay, my name is Barbara Nelson, and I'm married to Mark Nelson, the psychic medium. And we were invited, we were guests of David Oman to come to his house on Cielo Drive to investigate some disturbances, some happenings that were going on there. We've been to several other investigations. We're professional paranormal investigators. And this was a big, we were really excited to go to this house. And I think that my first initial feeling when I walked through the door was that, yes, this house did have energy in it. This house, and it was a negative energy. And I knew that we had to be very careful and very protective of what was going to happen there. And I remember one experience I had was I walked down, it was on the second level, the hallway right outside David's room. And I had to go down a spiral staircase. And at the bottom of the staircase, there was a long hallway with a row of lights. They were off at the time I walked down there. But as soon as I hit the bottom of the stairs, the lights went on and off several times, just on their own. And it was funny because David was in his room, and he was talking to somebody, and I heard him say, "Is somebody messing with the lights out there?" And I said, "No, I thought you were turning them on and off. It wasn't you." And we both agreed that we weren't touching the lights or going anywhere near the lights, so I felt I had a paranormal experience at that time. And I usually bring my K2 meter with me, and it was lighting up just unbelievably. So I knew then that I had experienced something at that point. On another occasion, I went down to the third level, and down there we went into the downstairs bathroom, and I felt that there was definitely someone in that room, and it was probably the energy of Abigail Folger, because I saw her with dark hair, and she was just standing there up in the corner of the room, just kind of watching us. And I remember I got a message that she felt she was very, very saddened that her life was cut so short because she wanted to write. That was her message, was she wanted to be a writer and write a lot more. And it was sad, she was very sad that she wasn't able to achieve that in her life. So that was one of the messages I had gotten from her. Another message I had received was from Sharon, and I think that one thing she wanted to emphasize was that she didn't want to be remembered for this terrible disaster, terrible tragedy. She was very happy being a mother. She was looking forward to being a mother and having this baby. And I remember Mark had gotten a message that the baby's name was going to be Paul, after her father. And she was just very excited to be able to be a mom. And she was also thinking about possibly retiring from film acting for a while so that she could stay at home. And I think she felt that she didn't want this to be the only thing that people remembered her for. I think that she felt she was going to be a good mother, and that's what she wanted to be remembered for, being a good mom. And other than that, I felt the house, wherever you went, even in the living room area, we got experiences of just people watching us And I think they were more curious about us being there, and not that we were intruding, because I think they actually like being in that house. It's on the property of the original Tate Mansion property. And I just feel that they're curious about us being there. Like, why are you guys here? You know, so the other story, one other story that I think is worth noting is my husband was also in that downstairs bathroom and with the film crew, and I believe it was J.C. Bring who was the energy that came through, and he had said that J.C. Bring felt that he had big plans ahead of him as a hairdresser. He had big plans, and we actually have a recording that the film crew had done an EMF reading, and on the recording there is a very faint voice just after my husband had said that, of J.C. Bring saying, "I had big plans." And I think that was just unbelievable. So, do I feel that house is being visited by those spirits? I definitely do. And I think that their message is very clear, that it was a tragedy, and they were victims of the tragedy. They were totally caught off guard and were unexpected.
Barbara, what can you tell us about that last night where the photos that were so interesting that were taken by Stefan? What can you tell us about what did you feel that night? What was happening in that room when those amazing photos were being taken?
I felt that their energies were there, and I actually felt someone sitting on the couch in front of me, and that's where a lot of the balls of light or moving light were located. And I wasn't afraid. I felt that they felt comfortable there, so I wasn't going to disturb them. But I definitely felt that they had welcomed us, that they didn't mind us. In fact, I did get a message that with our group hanging out in a very friendly way, they felt that was very much how they were hanging out that night of the tragedy. And they felt very comfortable that we were there. So, I feel very bad that that happened to them, and I know that we are there to support them if they want to move on. And I think we are helping them come to grips with what happened each time we go there. And I feel very good that we help them move on.